everybody. Welcome to today's edition of Search the Scriptures. We are on study number 9 in the book of Job, and this study covers chapter 18 and chapter number 19, and asks a couple different questions. We're going to try to answer those questions today. The first one is this. In chapter 18, trace the sequence of events that happen to the wicked and the ungodly. Secondly, in chapter 19 of Job says that he feels imprisoned and alone. Lists the metaphors under which he pictures his solitary confinement, and how does he picture his release? To what grand assurance does his faith triumphantly rise? Well, if you have a Bible, if you take that out and open it up to Job chapter number 18, and we will look at chapter 18 and chapter 19 together.
18. Then Bildad the Shuhite replied, "When will you end these speeches? Be sensible, then we can talk. Why are we regarded as cattle and considered stupid in your sight? You who tear yourself to pieces in your anger, is the earth to be abandoned for your sake? Or must the rocks be moved from their place? The lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. The flame of his fire stops burning. The light in his tent becomes dark. The lamp beside him goes out. The vigor of his step is weakened. His own schemes throw him down. His feet thrust him into a net, and he wanders into its mesh. A trap seizes him by the heel. A snare holds him fast. A noose is hidden for him on the ground. A trap lies in his path. Terrors startle him on every side, and dog his every step. Calamity is hungry for him. Disaster is ready for him when he falls. It eats away parts of his skin. Death's firstborn devours his limbs. He is torn from the security of his tent, and marched off to the king of terrors. Fire resides in his tent. Burning sulfur is scattered over his dwelling. His roots dry up below, and his branches wither above. The memory of him perishes from the earth. He has no name in the land. He is driven from light into darkness, and is banished from the world. He has no offspring or descendants among his people. No survivor where once he lived. Men of the West are appalled at his fate. Men of the East are seized with horror. Surely such is the dwelling of an evil man. Such is the place of one who knows not God." Job 19. Then Job replied, "How long will you torment me, and crush me with words? 10 times now you have reproached me, shamelessly you attack me. If it is true that I have gone astray, my error remains my concern alone. If indeed you would exalt yourselves above me and use my humiliation against me, then know that God has wronged me, and drawn his net around me. Though I cry, I've been wronged, I get no response. Though I call for help, there is no justice. He has blocked my way so I cannot pass. He has shrouded my paths in darkness. He has stripped me of my honor, and removed the crown from my head. He tears me down on every side till I am gone. He uproots my hope like a tree. His anger burns against me. He counts me among his enemies. His troops advance in force. They build a siege ramp against me and encamp around my tent. He has alienated my brothers from me. My acquaintances are completely estranged from me. My kinsmen have gone away. My friends have forgotten me. My guests and my maidservants count me a stranger. They look upon me as an alien. I summon my servant, but he does not answer, though I beg him with my own mouth. My breath is offensive to my wife. I am loathsome to my own brothers. Even little boys scorn me when I appear. They ridicule me. All my intimate friends detest me. Those I love have turned against me. I am nothing but skin and bones. I have escaped with only the skin of my teeth. Have pity on me, my friends, have pity. for the hand of God has struck me. Why do you pursue me as God does? Will you never get enough of my flesh? Oh, that my words were recorded, that they were written on a scroll, that they were inscribed with an iron tool on lead, or engraved in rock forever. I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand upon the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes, I and not another. How my heart yearns within me. If you say how we will hound him, since the root of the trouble lies in him, you should fear the sword yourselves, for wrath will bring punishment by the sword, and then you will know that there is judgment.
Now let's look at the questions. Question number 1. In 18, trace the sequence of events that happened to the wicked and the ungodly. Well, in chapter 18, according to Bildad, the wicked are going to be snuffed out, are going to grow weak, fall into traps, be terrorized, go from calamity to calamity, suffer hunger, be filled with disease, and ultimately this will all spread throughout his family and consume his very family tree. Question 2. In 19, Job says he feels imprisoned and alone. List the metaphors under which he pictures his solitary confinement. And how does he picture his release, and to what grand assurance does his faith triumphantly rise? Well, Job feels completely and totally isolated, totally abandoned. Brothers, acquaintances, relatives and friends, guests and servants, wives and young children have all abandoned him. All Job wants from his friends now at this point is their pity. He's tired of their speeches, tired of their rebukes. In the midst of this abandonment, Job does not feel completely abandoned, however, by the Lord. Just like in chapter 13 and verse 15, when Job says, "Though you slay me, yet will I serve you." Job maintains hope in chapter 19 and verse 25 when he says, "I know that my Redeemer lives, and that in the end he will stand upon the earth." Whereas previously it seemed like Job viewed death as a finality, it appears that he may have some hope of a resurrection here. Granted, this may be just a hope of a resurrection from his problems, not an actual resurrection from physical death, but nonetheless, Job still remains hopeful of a victory. And he warns his friends in the end that if they keep up with their rebukes, they may well suffer judgment at the hands of God. Hope you're having a great day so far. Hope these studies are a blessing to you. God bless, and have a fantastic rest of your day.